Hi. All right. Hello, hello. Mr. Vaca's here. All right, guys, we're gonna get set up here. Hi, everybody. Let's grab the link here. Share the link. Let's share it in Patreon. We are gonna talk Severance episode 9. Holy crap, it's the penultimate episode. Let me just get some things set up. How we all doing? How we all doing today? What's up, innies and outies? How are we doing? Tonight's episode should be fun. I'm excited. I've been waiting for this for the past week. Hi everyone. We'll get started like officially in a couple minutes. I agree. Hopefully not another wait. Ooh, boy. Why have I all of a sudden forgot how to share my screen or stream? Okay, we're good. I feel like I've had some time dilation since, I can't believe it was just a week ago that I was on here last. I've been sick since then. All sorts of stuff has happened to my outie. Be nice, leave a like. Hi everyone, how are we doing? How are we feeling about tonight? We have some things to talk about today. Definitely some things that have come up in the past week. We got a huge reveal last episode, and that was, I want to know who saw that coming. Like, did anybody actually see that coming? Let's change the light. Ooh, do we like blue? Are we blue right now because we're an innie? Are we red or are we purple? Let's see. I really enjoyed interviews with the director of episode 7. Yeah, I love. What have I learned about ether? I've learned that huffing it is not a good idea. Not a good idea at all. Blue, okay. Matches the dress a little bit. I have been suffering from reintegration sickness for the last week, so I had no update, no mid-theory update. I was very sad. I was suffering, but I'm back. I'm back for the home stretch, healthy for the home stretch, which I'm happy about. Yeah, bittersweet. It's almost over, but I feel like it's not over when it's over. There's still going to be so much to talk about, and I, for one, plan on rewatching everything from season 1 and making a couple character videos on different characters and arcs, etc. Yes, I did huff ether. All right, let's all hang out. We got about an hour before the show begins. How have you guys been feeling since the last episode? How is everything? How are we doing? How many seasons of Severance do we think are going to happen? I think 3 or 4. I think 3 or 4. But I feel like if this show is a show about mysteries, and if they want to keep it about mysteries, like how many more mysteries do we need to know about? Like, I mean, once we figure out who invented Severance, why they invented Severance, we figured out what Gemma was doing down there, we're figuring out what Cold Harbor is, like, will there be more mysteries that will come from this? Because pretty much all the mysteries that are being answered in season 2 came up in season 1. They haven't necessarily introduced a lot of new mysteries. It's more just building off of them, other than the goats, but I guess those were in season 1 too. 5 years something. 4 seems best. Yeah, I agree. All right. I'm not doing wine this week. It's hydration. We're still recovering. What are you guys drinking for the pregame? We need an Irving flashback. I mean, I definitely don't want another flashback. Like, this episode cannot be a flashback. That would be, people would riot. People would burn Ben Stiller's house down, which I'm not saying you should do, YouTube, just to be clear. There will not be another flashback. Guinness St. Patty's season, yeah, heck yeah. I'm super Irish, so I almost wore green for this live stream, but I did not. Yeah, I think the I agree, Chris. Hello, Chris. Also, hi. I agree. I hope they know when to end it, like Succession or The Leftovers. The Leftovers was 3 seasons, Succession was 4, and I thought both of those shows had better endings than many other shows out there. It's Bo, Robert Robot. Your daughter asked for waffles 4 times today. Does she know that it's Severance night? Hi everyone. I do hope Milchick gets some time. Guys, do we think Milchick could go over to the good side? I think Milchick is either going to go like full I am Kier. Someone needs to be Kier here and it's gonna be me. Or I think he could be like, you know what, those paintings were out of whack, like fuck this place. I'm joining Harmony, but I don't see that happening. I think he hates Harmony a lot. He hates her. And I actually think once he figures out that she invented Severance, he'll hate her more, actually, than respect her. We gotta get Milchick and Irv. So, okay, I actually have a thought. What if, like, we know, I think it's gonna start with Harmony, Devin, and Mark. Oh my gosh, thank you, Mr. Vaca. So kind of you, so generous. Waffle party with milkshakes. Let's go. Yes, Dread State. Thank you. I have that ready to go. Thank you for your super kind donation, Mr. Vaca. That is so nice of you. So, Cold Harbor on the crib. I don't even know if you can see it on here. I kind of put two of them together. I think it's up here. Hold on, let me in this. It's somewhere right here. I got this from Reddit and this from somewhere else. So there's Cold Harbor on the crib box. We it's There's something happening with babies. I know we've talked about temperless babies being born, and that's not my theory. That's definitely faceless girls. I can't take credit for that, but it did kind of bring me back to this quote here. I wish I could move myself. I probably can, but um, I want to read this quote, which I probably reference like almost every episode, pretty much. But he says, I know that death is upon me because people have begun to ask what I see as my life's greatest achievement. They wish to know how they should remember me as I rot. And that has such like a negative connotation. I truly think maybe Kier tried to cheat death in his lifetime, and then he's like, well, screw this, like I definitely am dying, so I really need to like think through my legacy so that I can live past it, obsessed with his own immortality or mortality. In my life, I have identified 4 components, which I call tempers, from which are derived every human soul. Woe, frolic, dread, malice. Each man's character is defined by the precise ratio that resides in him. I walked into the cave of my own mind, and there I tamed them. Should you tame the tempers as I did mine, then the world shall become but your appendage. It is this great and consecrated power that I hope to have passed on to all of you, my children. Everyone is a child of Kier. So follow me here. This makes me think that that he was maybe doing the more like yoga, transcendental, mental part, like the organic, I'm going to go into a cave of my own mind and battle myself, and kind of like the Buddhist way. What if Kier was more of the Buddhist? And then Jane Egan and Harmony Cobell are like, actually, we can probably find a way to tame the tempers, which is like the goal. The goal is to tame your tempers. The goal is to have this great and consecrated power and to pass on to all of them, my children. And Harmony and Jamin, and Cassis Twisted has brought this up. I think she's probably asleep now, but she's talked about how there's like a divergence in the Kier, in the Egan line of like the purists, the OGs, like kind of the Kiers and co, and then there's more of the like the sciency, the new age people like Jane Egan, Helena, now Harmony, and maybe they're like, well, what once was accomplished through meditation and huffing ether can now be accomplished through a severance procedure. That's why we ultimately invented the severance procedure, is because it's probably a way to tame the tempers, and that's what they're trying to do and potentially reproduce with that. So that was my long thing. Yeah, they're gonna resurrect Kier, and he's gonna be like, "What the fuck? I was being metaphorical. Put me back to rest." That's so true. Yeah, and maybe Cold Harbor is the cave of Gemma's own mind, where her tempers fully come to be tamed. And there are babies in the trailer. Or in the intro. There are babies in the intro. Chris, you said something about red herring. I think I think it's like that could definitely be like, I was reading this post on Reddit where with the cinematographer, the director of episode 7, I always forget, Just Lee Gans, I think, that she was saying that they do put things in there for fans, like they do hide things in there, and it could just be like another nod at that, since they know people screenshot. It could be, and I think they definitely put things in, like maybe just because Cold Harbor is important, maybe it's not necessarily about babies, but it also could be about babies. So I think all 4 are negative. That's why they must be tamed. So yeah, super negative. Like guys, I want a frolic tattoo. Maybe if I get to 10K subs by the end of Severance season, I'll get a frolic tattoo. I still have over 5,000 to go. Maybe if I get to 5,000 or 10,000 subs in the next 2 months, I'll get a frolic tattoo. And yeah, maybe I think frolic could be that frolic is a bad thing because you are over indulgent or careless. Like, if you guys are into Stoic philosophy at all, if you read Marcus Aurelius, he talks about how like indulgence is bad. Stoicism is about balancing and calming your mind and refraining from overindulgence, drinking too much, even like, I don't know, laughing, like just having fun, I guess, womanizing, because it was like all these emperors of Rome, they had pretty much the world, that part of the world resting on their shoulders. And it's like, if you're just overindulging, frolicking too much, you're probably not going to live to your greatness capacity. I don't know. Yes, 10K subs and I'll get the frolic tattoo. Mark my words, you guys, you have this recorded. But anyway, I come back to this quote all the time, and I think there's something really here. And I think whoever said that, yeah, I agree, raspberry logic. I think Cold Harbor is about birth or rebirth, not necessarily about babies, and it could all be metaphorical birth. It totally could be, and it could be literal birth. And I think that like the cave of his own mind was a metaphor. He wasn't actually like in a cave. But then it's funny because in the Ortbo they had his book like in a cave, in an actual cave. So maybe they're, and it is kind of like any religious cult, like even the Bible, a lot of things are meant to be allegorical. They're not meant to be like this real thing. And maybe this is the problem, is these fanatic followers of Kier are trying to like take what he said and make it literal and make it real. Oh, Bo, that's a good question. See, I don't know if I'd want it on the hand. Do I need to get it in the exact position as Drummond, like in that Celtic writing, just frolic? I would rather get it somewhere else, because that's like very first impression. But hey, if I ever shake hands with another Severance fan, then it will be instant bonding. Sissy is Harmony's aunt, not her sister. I think yeah, I want it hidden somewhere. I do. I have these finger tattoos that I got when I was much younger, and sometimes I do regret them because this one looks like shit. So there is such thing as tattoo regret. So I think I should get it somewhere else. Somewhere that you can't see right away, but you could see in a bikini. So it's like only when I'm on the beach will other fellow Severance fans. Mel Isabella says the rooms are created from subjects' memories. MDR refine the emotions that subjects have in the room. They can replicate these emotions via the chip. Oh, okay. One thing I wanted to talk about was, I think I talked about this on TikTok, which I finally started posting a little bit on TikTok, but hold on. My reintegration sickness makes me really need to hydrate. So, what was I gonna say? Oh, okay. What if, like, the whole thing? I think with Severance as a service, right? Commercializing Severance. what if like right now Severance is geographically triggered, right? Right now, the idea of Severance is like that's what you agree to before the procedure. I understand that my memories will be like spatially segregated, and it's about spaces, severed spaces, the severed birthing center for really rich people, the severed offices for middle class worker bees. What if instead of making it spatially spatially segregated, it's emotionally segregated? So they're refining all the heightened emotions. If you have too much dread on a plane, if your woe starts acting up, it's just like, boom, you are severed in that moment. And it's your innie that handles those emotions for you. It's your innie that takes on those unpleasant emotions. And then it's like, it's refining that chip, or the chip is refined to that degree where it's actually not even about where you are, but how you're feeling. Hi, John. Welcome. Hello, hello. Hope everyone is doing well. The tempers can be balanced via the chip, yes. Yes, hi. Yes, we'll get the 10K subs and Frolic Tattoo somewhere. But anyway, let me know what you guys think of that theory, that ultimately Severance is not about the space, but it's the what you're feeling. Chris, what about all the blue eyes? Yeah, super interesting. So did Sissy have blue eyes? Definitely Hampton and Harmony have these bright blue eyes. Did Sissy have blue eyes? Sissy has different. Oh, I just Googled her. I see a post on Threads. Hear me out. Could Sissy be Helena Egan's biological mother? Hampton has blue eyes. Guys, maybe blue eyes is like the pure Kier line, because in those paintings of Milch, it's Milch with blue eyes. And Helena and James Egan are fetid moppets because they have hazel eyes. Blue eyes are a genetic mutation, yeah. So let's see if I can get this up there. James Egan and Helena Egan definitely don't have blue. I don't think I mean, Helena definitely doesn't have blue. She has more hazel eyes. And Helena, and maybe Cobell is a descendant. Maybe she's not necessarily like, I don't know. Do we think she hooked up with James? That would be a little weird. Heck, the sentence, yeah. Guys, I can't tell you about my ancestry because Kier may have been involved. Let's drop the other fetid moppet. Maybe James Egan is like the, yeah, okay. Natalie's eyes are so beautiful. And actually, do you know what I was wondering? Does that actress have those color eyes, or does she wear contacts? Because that might be a hint. So let me pull up. Her eyes are absolutely gorgeous. They're like this dark blue. I'm just loading a couple pictures. Oh, I guess she does have slightly different colored eyes. Is that? I guess her actress does. Wait, sorry, I'm Googling all this. Let me add it up on the screen here. I think her eyes are a little bit hard to see in general. Why isn't my stuff adding is the real question. It'd be really cool is, oh, it's because it's not the right file size, or it's not the right file type. Sorry, just give me 1 second, guys. Getting some stuff up here. I think Natalie's eyes are so pretty. I didn't notice they were two different colors. I just thought that was like a deep, I guess one eye is kind of blue and one's kind of brown, but they certainly look a bit more blue in the show. It could be makeup. I mean, makeup is huge for women and kind of changing the eyes, but I think there is something to the blue eyes. I think there's something to those blue eyes. Let's get these fetid moppets up here. This week went quick. I actually feel like it's been forever since I was up here last. I think it's been for freaking ever. Sorry, like what if Miss Wong, I said this in my video, but what if every time she acts up there, like you could be in an ether mill? Okay, so we have the fetid moppet, James Egan. He's never in a good light, so I can't really tell. But we know Hellies are hazel. Here's Natalie. I thought they were deep dark blue, but you guys were saying different colors. Here's the actress. I guess this is like a lighter blue. Yeah. So maybe they're doing something with the blue eyes, and that's why she got all the recanonicalized paintings. A cure for all mankind, am I right? Blue eyes, I don't know. Tonight's episode is 44 minutes. Yeah, the ether mill with Miss Wong. It's like you can play your little floaty water games now, but you might be in an ether mill. People with blue eyes are more sensitive to light. Can confirm. Yeah, Natalie is so beautiful. I think I have a girl crush on her. Ooh, whoa, that got light. Speaking of sensitivity to light. Hi, Theo. Welcome. So I think we have a couple theories here about Kier loyalists and New Age Kierites. Maybe Harmony hates James Egan for taking her technology, but she still loves Kier, so she feels a bit conflicted with the ideology. Will Kier take away all your pain? This kind of goes towards maybe ether. That was it was used as an anesthetic, and it was used in childbirth. It was used during operations before better things came into effect. And perhaps if there really is about severed spaces that are severed, you can sever yourself based on your emotion. Maybe that is the way they're forcing the tempers to be tamed. I think I need to talk more about that in my video so I can actually chat more about it. But I think that's a viable theory, that Kier Egan tamed the tempers in the cave of his own mind, and most people can't do that because most people aren't Kier. I don't know, he was more Buddhist about it. And so rather they're using technology. Are we supposed to be on Harmony's side now? I still don't trust her. I think she's super self-serving. I think anything that she's going to do is based on her own self-interest. Cobell has another application for the chip up her sleeve. I do agree with that. I mean, she's on these side quests. She's doing things with Mark and Gemma. She's doing other things. I don't trust her. I do not. I mean, even just look at the way she treats Hampton. Like he clearly is, when she looks at him, she's like, I can smell it on your breath. Pathetic. It's like, ma'am, do you not see what's happened to this town because of your employer? Do you have no empathy or pity for these people? Man, a lot of people think Devin is up to something. I am not. I love talking about these theories, but I am team Devin is a big sister. And I think that's because I'm a big sister. I think she can be a bit bossy. I think she can not make a lot of sense sometimes because she's trying to control the situation. But I am definitely team Devin is a big sister. Hello, Sun Wukong. I wonder if Cobell knows some tricks that Ragabi or Lumen doesn't. Don't. Yeah, I'm team Devin. Do we trust Ragabi? I don't know if I trust Ragabi. I don't know. I think she truly can roll the dice with people's like life and not really care. Team, yes, Devin reminds me of my big sister. Yes, Devin is a big sister. And also I said this in a video, Devin is the oldest sister and the child of an alcoholic because their father was an alcoholic. And let's just say that maybe I understand that because I've seen that in my own life or elsewhere. And and that's like how big sisters act when there's trauma in the past or there's something. So very protective, very bossy sometimes. I think we can yeah. I'm confused as to why people think Cobell has shown an ounce of redemption. I agree. Devin is pure. But I mean, I don't know. I think that Devin, there's definitely something. Like I love any theory, and I think it's fun when we're wrong. Like I think it's fun when we're right about theories. I think it's fun when we're wrong about theories because it wouldn't be fun if we were just all right all the time. The iPhone thing I said last week from New Rockstars was incorrect. What did you say? You'll have to explain that to me. I think Cobell is Helena's mom. So yeah, do we think there was like some wonky tonky going on in the lab when they were developing those severance chips between Jay Megan and Harmony Cobell? Or as I like to say, a young Hillary Clinton, which is what she looked like in her thing. I'm gonna switch these. What do we have here? This makes a lot more sense now. What would be cool in this episode is if we had Harmony Cobell goes to meet up with Mark and Gemma, and then Irving rings the doorbell. That would be sweet. That would be sweet. Do you think we will see any other severance chip protocols used this season? I want to know what goldfish is. I want to know what or clean slate. I feel like we got Glasgow block, we have the OTC. I think 3. I think we need 3. Yeah, I hope they visit the Hall of Mirrors that was used in the Macrodata Uprising video. You're right, we've like seen the pineapple bobbing. We've seen a lot of stuff there. Oh, last week I shared the idea that Mark's sister was not a good character because she was seen using an iPhone, which is based on the old rumor that Apple never let bad characters use iPhones. Okay. I mean, we really see a weird tech imbalance going on here. Like, Harmony Cobell has a smartphone, and Mark is typing on a typewriter. So I don't know if there's this mistrust of tech. If you read the UUR, Rickon is extremely mistrustful of laptops, as he calls them. He said his assistant wanted him to buy a laptop, but he did not buy a laptop because he thinks that a man must work with his hands, and the book product has to be a product of his hands, so he must use his hands to type on a typewriter versus type on a laptop, because that makes a lot of sense. I think we are going back to the Severance floor with a reintegrated Mark for the first time tonight. Yes. Well, remember, it was Irving, right, who was pictured in the Hall of Mirrors, and maybe there will be a little bit of a little flashback. I mean, not like a flashback as in a flashback episode, but maybe a dream, right? Maybe I guess Irving's not on the severed floor anymore, but maybe Irving Audi will remember or recall when he was on the testing floor. All right, guys, we have 100 viewers on here. That is so exciting. Thanks for the like. Hit a like. Make sure you are subbing because at 10K subs, if that happens in the next couple months, I'm getting a Frolic tattoo. And I will vlog the whole thing. You guys will come along with me, no matter where it is. Cobell and James was shown together when she got the award, and James is creepy as hell. So I think he might have did the deed with Cobell acting like it's Kier's will. Yeah, I mean, if he truly is that, I guess, the bloodline of the cult person that everybody freaking goes really crazy for, then you could see him using that influence. Kier's knowledge is for all. Like, I'm going to sleep with you and steal your papers. But the Sir rips a lot. Hello. I think there's a myth that goldfish only have 30 seconds of memory. It might be a myth, but there's no way they can have a good memory, right? Like, maybe it's not 30 seconds, but it's definitely not, like, years. I would imagine. I don't even know why I'm theorizing. I've been wrong on all accounts, but that's what's fun. I think it's fun to be wrong sometimes. It's fun to theorize so you can see what you're wrong to. I think, one closer to 10K. Thank you for the sub. I think that last week I talked about what if, I even said this in my video, what if Harmony's whole thing that she invented Severance was an ether trip. Like, what if she huffed the ether and was like, guys, I invented Severance. I think I invented Severance. And it was just the notebook is actually like doodles of her saying like Harmony Cobell. It's just her name written all there and like a bunch of squiggles and that like weird S thing we all used to draw in our notebooks. And she's looking at it, but she sees the Severance plans because it was all an ether trip. That's not a, I guess that's not real, but yeah. Oh, thank you for the super chat, the donation. Ed says hands. What's your deepest theory? Ooh, my deepest theory. That's a good question. I mean, I definitely have. I'm definitely of the mind of some of the theories that are out there. So sometimes I can't claim them as my own. I do think that there's this connection between being able to be severed by an emotion rather than space. I just talked about that a few minutes ago. So maybe their grand plan is to actually have these people walk around with tamed tempers, because anytime if you have a severance chip in your brain, then if you start to feel a little bit of discomfort or dread, you just automatically like dong rather than having to go somewhere to dong, if that makes sense. So that's one of my theories. I had a theory, a deep theory that based on all the Russian stuff and the German stuff, that this is like a massive testing area that happened because Germany and Russia teamed up in World War II and actually won the war. And then they took over parts of the United States. And that's why we see such a weird tech imbalance. And that's why we see some of the machines in German and a lot of like Russian literature being talked about, Russian books everywhere, because it's like little testing areas. And that's why Salt's Neck was the original ether factory. And then now they're kind of moving it to Kier and everything is so far apart. I guess that's a deep theory. I don't think it's probably not true, but it's a fun deep theory to talk about. Where it's like these are little experiments here, human experiments, kind of like MK Ultra, or just like testing things on people. And a lot of times, a lot of tech advancements happen for military purposes. So maybe Kier is this little controlled town. I mean, Sissy says that Salt's Neck didn't exist before Lumen came there. So if this is this kind of no man's land, or this area of study that Russia and Germany took over, and they're using these like old German machines or these German electronics and stuff to kind of run these tests, because maybe the war is still going. I don't know. That's yeah, that's I'm pretty sure World War II went differently a little bit in this world. Could have, honestly, it could have, because you do see like the German machines there. And it's interesting, the radio frequencies that's in Gemma's room. So Russian Ortbo winter garb was too weird not to be significant, right? And I mean, you do have like in Soviet era Russia, it was all like the massive industrializing was like, how much output can we get? Like how much quota output, everything, like the country was run like a industry with quotas, and it was also the government owned all that stuff. And I loved history as a kid, so I might butcher some of this, so I don't want to like talk too much and butcher more, but it is something that I think about a little bit, that this like output and workmanship and what more can you get. And I think someone said, wasn't it that like they changed the clocks or they altered the clock so like the work week or work day was different. And I think Ed says, hands back to your question, one of my theories on time dilation is like maybe they are extending or changing or shrinking time, or the calendar even works different for more output. I was in Russia when it was still the Soviet Union for a semester in college. Ooh, that sounds interesting. I would love to hear your stories about that. We should have story time. Let's see. Oh, Operation Paperclip. I know I've looked it up. I'm not like it was still around that time, right? With German scientists and let's read a little bit more. um, Operation Paperclip was a secret U.S. intelligence program operating between 1945 and the 1960s, which brought over 1,500 German scientists, engineers, and technicians to the United States to aid in military and space advancements, particularly in the Cold War and space race. 1,600 German scientists. So maybe they brought some of that over. Did I rob a train in Russia? Or are you asking DVD Mon? Oh, thank you for another super chat donation. Ed says, "Hands the mighty Casey might make a difference." The mighty Casey. Oh, from Twilight Zone. I am not a Twilight Zone watcher, and I think I need to watch Twilight Zone. I think I do. Drummond is way scary. He has killed many people for sure. Okay, that reminds me, guys. Speaking of Drummond, where the effing shit is Radar? Where is Radar? And did he hurt Chaboy Radar? Did he hurt Radar? We gotta get some Irv. We need to get some Irving. I haven't watched the After Hours fight. I guess I gotta get into it. Drummond is scary. Maybe we gotta talk Twilight Zone sometime. That would be fun. Ooh, okay, we have about 38 minutes. Huffing ether right now. So hype, Michael. I have been sick this week from all the ether, from reintegration sickness. That's why I've been a little offline. No midweek theory video, but there will be a midweek theory video this week. So I'm so excited. What other things do we have? What other predictions? There was something else I wanted to bring up. We need Radar and goats. Yeah, I mean, do we think that they tried to do Severance on goats, or like the goats are also a test to cure mankind? I do think the episode will start with Mark and Devin and Harmony Hobel meeting up, and we should not trust her. I think as soon as she thinks she can get back into the severed floor, she'll be back. Guys, I have to introduce you to someone special. This is Miscellaneous Grace, my sister. Come over here, say hi. We have a special guest in the mix. Hold on, there's a weird background blur thing going on. 1 second. I don't know how to fix it. Camera. I don't know how to do it. Wait, blur. None. This is my sister. Say hi.
Hello.
I told you guys I was a big sister. I said if I get 10,000 subs, I'm going to get a frolic tattoo. So believe it or not, she's never watched Severance, which is a problem. And you'll know I'm about to watch this episode in 36 minutes. Yeah. And I told her she should probably not watch it with me and start Severance. I think we were going, yeah, we're both GGs, so it's G squared, Grace and Gab. Start watching. I want to show her and like do a reaction video to her watching. You can see all the comments there. Hey sister, start watching. We were grown in the Midwest. We're corn fed.
Yeah.
Start. Honestly, there are so many like spoilers that you're gonna find out that will ruin things for you.
Yeah.
So you just need to start at episode 1. I'll watch episode 1 with you. Hold on. We can't hear Grace. Hold on.
Oh, okay. I was saying she told me that we could just watch it.
Yes. Thanks for the donation, Mel Isabella. I think Bert was harvesting eggs from Gemma. Pretend you didn't hear that. Well, it's kind of a theory. Bert. Oh, interesting, Bert. Um, you probably just hurt everyone's ear. Uh, can you hear her now? Yeah, yeah. Anyway, that was probably really loud. Anyway, I'm going to watch episode. Oh my God, we just got a $50 donation. Richard, cheers! Say thanks to Richard. Wow, thank you, Richard. Thank you, everyone. Thanks to everyone who's subscribing, supporting. Remember, guys, if I get 10K subs, I'm getting a frolic tattoo. Thank you. Yeah, this mic is good at blinking out. But thank you, Richard. That is so freaking nice. We need to pour a glass of wine and cheers to Richard tonight. Cheers to Mr. Vaca. Cheers to Mel. Cheers to Ed Hands. Everyone who has so kindly given a donation. So yes, I think what's going to happen is I will watch episode 9 in 34 minutes, and you can't watch it. You need to like go frolic somewhere else, and then we're gonna start episode 1 immediately, and maybe we'll record a little reaction and put it on Patreon or here for everything. So thank you, Richard. That was so nice. What exactly is a frolic tattoo? It's the tattoo that Drummond has on his hand. Yes, I didn't realize I had a thing on here that is supposed to cancel out all the background noise. So, well, you should say your. Say something. Are you going to binge the show?
Maybe this summer.
What do you know about Severance?
So you get your what kind of what part of the business?
Just what do you know about Severance?
Something is set in your brain, and then you can't remember when you're like work and it's separate.
Hold on. Hold on. I just have to change my audio. Reduce background noise. Okay. What do you know about Severance?
Okay, so
Okay, for some reason no one can hear you. Okay, you just have to go. Because we're gonna talk, that is so weird. I don't, can you guys hear me? You guys can hear me, right? Anyway, no, I'm not. I'm using this microphone. That's what's set up. I just checked. I just checked the source. That is so weird. Wow. Well, guys, DGI sponsor me. But anyway, I asked her. Okay, she's gonna say bye. Maybe you need to go start episode 1. Well, actually, I want to watch it with you. Hide that mic and talk. It's weird. I can see it picking you up over here. But anyway, say bye to Grace. I think we're gonna start episode 1 after I watch episode 9, and then we'll report back maybe on Patreon with what she thinks of Severance. And I asked her, she's a pre-vet major in college. She's studying to be a vet. She's an animal science major. So of course, when I asked her what she knew about Severance, she's like very obsessed with knowing what part of the brain is severed because she thinks like a scientist. Yes. Anyway, she knows the premise of Severance. Yeah, she is severed. I don't know. It's somewhere in your brain. It's just part of your brain that's severed. She wants to know what part of the brain is severed. Grace is a goat husbandry expert. She probably knows more about goats than anybody in this chat because she studies animal science, unless there's veterinarians, unless one of you 112 viewers is a vet. Yeah, it is close to your pineal gland. No, it's close. Well, I mean, it's responsible for dreams. Okay. Okay. Okay, go frolic somewhere. I gotta talk spoilers. Are goats ruminant animals?
Yeah, they are. They're ruminants.
Yes,
Small ruminants.
she said they're small ruminants. She like looks at goat
Oh,
testicles and
it's a
stuff for
chip.
class. Yeah, it's not. It's a chip. They put a chip in to
Oh,
like
okay.
bifurcate your
Okay.
memories. So
It's not like you're cutting something.
no, they're not taking anything away. It's they're spatially segregating your memories. So you they like your outside memory turns off.
I like
Uh,
saying
oh, we got another donation. Thank you, Jim.
Thanks, Jim.
Love your insights. Keep them coming. Okay.
Wait, I like saying
Um.
oh, they.
Yeah,
Who
she's gonna
doesn't
watch
look
it.
at goat testicles? Dude, my
They might.
there were a lot of testicles.
You can go. Okay, go research internships in mammalians nurturables, but I only have 30 minutes to get
Oh,
into spoilers.
nice.
So
Okay.
go frolic. Say goodbye to everyone. Thank Richard. Thank Jim. Thank everyone for their kind donations. I'm going to show her Severance episode 1 after I personally watch episode 9, and then we might do a little reaction. I'm actually this would be so funny. We're gonna watch episode 1, and then I'm gonna record all of her predictions for the rest of the 2 seasons, and we're gonna see if she's right about anything.
Bye, love you.
Okay, bye. Have fun. Go frolic. Okay, bye, frolic holic. That's my sis. Thank you guys for being nice to her and not bullying her. No one's a bully on here. Everyone's really nice. Let's see what other things I have. No, oops. Yeah, we gotta show her Severance. She really likes that kind of stuff. She's very smart. Bye, Grace. Are you gonna bust out a blue turtleneck and blazer for tomorrow's video? Yeah. Yeah, no, my microphone is connected to it's this microphone. It's definitely this microphone that's connected. I just checked the source. So that's weird. I don't know. Wait, no, it wasn't.
Wait, it was right. It wasn't. There we go. That should sound a lot better. You guys were right. You guys were freaking right. I'm like, no. You guys were right. Lumen is listening. Michael, you were right. I'm over here like, no, it's not. But okay. I wish I would have actually believed you guys earlier. This is gonna be us. Guys, this is gonna be us in 27 minutes. We're gonna be sat. We're gonna be sat. Does Grace have the gift of gab? Yeah, she likes to talk. She's a little more introverted than me, but she's a silly girl. She's silly. Can we hear her now? Well, are there any other spoilers we gotta talk through? I can summon her back. She's good at listening. Will Helly go to the testing floor? I asked this last week, but the only thing that happened last week was Harmony, our girl. So all these questions remain. Spoilers, Dylan is seeing his kids and his wife is severed now. Ooh. What's the shot for episode 9? I see a picture of Dylan. What's the name of it? Why do I not know this? I've been sick, guys. I have not been preparing as well as I should. Let's see. The episode today is the After Hours, and it's Dylan. Mark and Devin team up with an ally. Helly investigates further. So I think Helly's going to go back to goat husbandry and maybe might go to the testing floor. Yo, what if she does? Helly investigates further. What if this is her? And then Mark has to run after her. The episode is called After Hours. Thank you for another kind donation, Ed Sishands. Rod Serling has answered everything. I feel like I really need to watch. You are convincing me to get into Twilight Zone. After Hours, Helly to the testing floor in episode 10. Yeah, it's got to happen. I think that episode 10 will end with Gemma getting like kind of prevented from going into Cold Harbor. Maybe there's another block. Maybe they get back into the control room and something happens. Helly is going because Else is the only one in the MDR that is looking for the dark elevator. I think Helly's like the one who's taking action. I think that Dylan has been waffling. And remember, Dylan has the map. And in episode 6, wow, that feels like forever ago. In episode 6, before we had Chikai Bardo, Helly's like, get the map. Let's go now. Let's go to the testing floor. She knows Dylan has the map and she knows where Dylan left it. So I think maybe Dylan will be distracted with another visit from his wife. We'll get the wife back in there. Helly's going to go snatch that map and go to the testing floor. Waffling. Hey. Highly recommend Twilight Zone. Yeah, you guys are definitely convincing me. Mark will follow Helly and he is reintegrated so won't be affected. And can carry that back to Ragabi. Helly will start to show signs soon, right? Guys, I don't know if you know how pregnancy works, but it takes a bit of time. And you can really only get pregnant like a few days out of a month. So I don't know. I'm waffling on the pregnancy theories. What if she's finally pregnant? Yeah, I mean, that would suck for Gemma. Can you imagine? Gemma is like, this whole thing started because she couldn't get pregnant. And then she's like, this bitch. She doesn't even say my name right. She calls me Hannah. The disrespect. The disrespect. It's been like 5 days. Yeah, I mean, you literally would not feel anything after that. I feel like the zygote is still attaching to the uterus wall. I don't know. I've never been pregnant, but I should know these things. Current tech level, she might know already if she is. Maybe they're using more advanced reproduction techniques on the goats that they can use for humans, like extra fertility boosters or something. I don't know. Anything is possible. It's going to be a cluster. Helly becoming Helena when they go down to the testing floor. Mark being reintegrated will notice, but Helena won't know he knows. Yeah, can you imagine? Like, Helly's becoming Helena. Mark is reintegrated. And, yeah, I mean, Mark is officially reintegrated. 6 to 8 for a hard positive result. Yeah. Yes. I'm psyched, guys. I think prediction, we'll start with H. Cobell, Devin, and Mark, and Irving will ring the doorbell because he's looking around for people. Maybe we'll drop in on Irving. Oh, okay, guys, got this. So Irving is really smart and he's really good at like figuring things out, right? Remember how Irv was like the night gardener? What's going on? I don't believe you. You're a secret Egan. He cracked the code. He kind of had those little dreams. He's very in tune with himself. He's taming the tempers in his mind, right? And then he is with Bert hanging out, going behind Fields' back. And he starts to get weird feelings about Bert and starts to like kind of figure it out. And then keeps doing his investigation of other severed employees, goes over to Mark's house, but freaking Cobell is there and they have a little weird resistance party. I think Ragabi might be out of the picture for this episode. And then meanwhile, on the inside, Mark is reintegrated and trying to keep it cool. And Helly's like, I got a hall pass. I'm going to go find that map and run over to the testing floor. Former naval detective. Will someone come back and forget they are severed? Ooh. Cobell will suggest for Mark to go to Lumen after work has ended. Mark will sneak to the testing floor late at night. John, I love that. I love that theory. It's called After Hours. And maybe Dylan and his wife are having a little canoodle party around there. And something happens. I think Ragabi is gone till season 3. I think that was very like, I'm getting out of here. What if Irv is following Cobell? Sharing vessels. I can't wait to see how reintegration looks with Mark. Yeah, I can't wait to see that. Guys, we got 20 minutes. I think Innie Dylan and Outie Dylan are going to become rivals. Yeah, that's That's setting something up. All right, so mark my words. Mark my theories. Can't wait to see how many of them go wrong. And remember, anyone watching this, if you sub and I get to 10K, I am getting a Frolic tattoo. I have a bottle of champagne for 5K that I bought myself. Actually, I didn't even buy it for myself. Someone gave it to me for my birthday, which was 6 months ago, and I didn't drink it. I'm like, I'll open this when I have 5,000 YouTube subscribers. And I think I'm a couple hundred away. So I'm going to be drinking that champagne then. And then at 10K, Frolic tattoo. Helly had a hall pass, but does not have a black key. But Miss Wong has a black key, right? Miss Wong has a black key. Mr. Mauer has a black key. Oh wait, but what if Helly goes back to Fiona or Felicia and talks about her mission, and Felicia is like, well, we see this Mauer guy all the time and he has a black key. So they knock him out with some of the hatchets in O&D and grab his black key, and Helly runs to the testing floor. She can sneak in a black key. Celebrate birthday or celebrate 5K subs? Yeah, I didn't. Someone gave me champagne for my birthday. I didn't use it for my birthday and said I'll drink it when I have 5K subs. A lot of delayed satisfaction there. Grainer's black key. Yeah, I mean, they have Grainer's black key. Well, remember in season 1, Ragabi gave it to Mark and was like, your innie will know what to do with it. So where did that go? I mean, I'm sure it was confiscated from Dylan once Milch tackled him. Poor Dr. Mauer gets knocked out by everyone. Poor Dr. Mauer, Jim. Dr. Mauer is a horrible person. He's going to hell, or he should. He should. Out of this episode, I'm hoping it inspires us to watch the Twilight Zone. You have inspired me, Ed says hands. You have single-handedly inspired me. Rem's 5K file is 95% complete, honestly. I gotta wait till the episode drops on international waters in an hour. Oh, it doesn't drop in 17 minutes? You okay, Palmer Jordan? Oh, Michael, you're funny. Dr. Mauer is the beast, yeah. Dr. Mauer is the devil himself, and perhaps Bert was a previous Dr. Mauer. Things are reversed on the testing floor because of all the magnetic fields. Oh, daylight savings. Of course, of course, of course. Ooh, we got 17 minutes. How far are you from the Portland area? Very far, but I am on the West Coast. But I'm not near that area at all. But I've been to the Portland area and I like it. Cobell uses ether to knock someone out. Bo. Maybe. Remember there were all those ether bottles, I think, in Sissy's little shed. Maybe she grabbed a bunch of ether bottles and took them with her. That's smart. That is smart. I am concerned that our boy Irving is going to die. I would be very sad. He is pure of heart. Were you the first person to call him Dr. Creepy? I don't know. Maybe, but I can't definitively take credit for it. Definitely some in the truck. Yeah, she took that truck. Oh, okay. So one other thing. Did this get uploaded? Yeah. I think we're going to be seeing this scene in this episode. I think that this will be that Harmony will I feel like, guys, Hampton will be in that car. Hampton's going to be in that car. Or Hampton is confronting the Tame These Tempers asshole, whoever's coming down. And I think we're going to see this scene either because Harmony tells Hampton to like fake her death by plunging it into the cold harbor in Salt's Neck, or they're going to run her off. They're going to run this car off the road thinking it's Harmony, and it's not. Yeah. Hampton is the guy from the from last episode, her childhood friend, her childhood colleague. They were colleagues in the ether mill. Hampton has Cobell's car and maybe he's toast. Yeah. I mean, I do think that it would be like, we didn't spend much time with Hampton, but I feel like we all like him. Like, tame these tempers, asshole. And I feel like that would be a tasteful death if the writers of the show were like, all right, this is what they were going to do to Harmony. And Harmony kind of used Hampton. I mean, she did use him. And I think that's pretty symbolic of a lot of what goes on. What if Hampton is not his real name, but a code word? Ooh, could be. They were chums. Yeah, she called him a chum. And he called her a colleague because child fucking labor, Miss Wong. Am I right? Oh, hi, Matt. Hello, Matt Winberry. I think there are two sides in the family and one side does not follow Kier. Yeah, Michael. Yes, we talked about this a little bit. I agree. I think there's like maybe the Kier purist where it's more about taming the temper of your own mind. And it's more of like Buddhism or something like transcendentalism and stoicism. And then there's like the science and technology, the J. Meegans, the fetid moppets, if you will, that think you can tame your tempers or do all that through a chip in the brain. And maybe that would have been like witchcraft to Kier. He was around a while ago. Maybe he would have been like, that is messed up. And there's this fraction and divide. His name is Brock, not Hampton. Oh. Colleagues should lift each other up. Oh, thank you, Matt. Thank you so much for the kind donation. You are the bestest as well. Yes, I can't wait to discuss the episode. I might be a little delayed in getting it out. Definitely by Saturday. It just might not be tomorrow. It's normally on Friday, but sometimes I get it out almost too fast and then I think about a million things, which is, I guess, why I make the midweek theory videos. But yeah, with miscellaneous Grace in town, my sister, I might be a little, wait, Reels and Enigma had me laughing so hard when he pointed out Cobell took a hit off ether after Hampton wiped his nose on that same rag. Yeah, gross. I know this isn't your thing, but you're killing it. Thank you. Brock Egan, Brockhampton. Yeah, I really used to be into Brockhampton. Thank you. Yes, my sister's here for her college spring break, so we are trying to spend some time together. And I'm already ditching her now and will be ditching her in 12 minutes because, family comes first, but family doesn't come before Severance episode 9. Am I right? I said I was a good big sister, not a great big sister. We need to get you big enough so you start getting early episode hookups. I would love that because that would allow me to get some more sleep, probably. Because normally Thursdays and Fridays are crazy for me because I watch and record. Okay, what if the Egans are basically scouting their employee pool to find the right genetics for the next generation? Like, what if Harmony is Helena's mom? And what if Mark, I think that cut off, but I think that's super interesting. And I think there's definitely something in the blood, right? Blood was shown so much in episode 7. They have all of Gemma's genetic details there. Maybe she carries some gene. And I kind of want to do a poll, but I don't raise your hand if you think Cold Harbor is death. Raise your hand if you think Cold Harbor is life. Like, what if it is childbirth? What if it is birthing babies? I have this here. Defeating death or creating life. Could be either, really. Did you watch the first season as they were dropped? I watched the first season like a couple months after it came out. So it was already, all of it was out. I didn't have to wait episode by episode, but it was still like a few years ago. It was back in like 2022 or 2021, 2022. Yeah. I watched it within the first few months. Hand raised. You should just let her watch. Just don't answer questions. I'm worried she'll remember everything. She's smart and she will remember it. I feel like there's so many spoilers and half the fun has been being able to wait. Leaning heavily on creation. I agree. Toby Wan Kanaji. I like that name. Yeah, the breathing tubes were not washed. Those looked crusty and dusty as hell. That whole room, I would start sneezing if I went in there. I'm 50-50. The current implication is someone important will die when he gets done with Cold Harbor. I think that, I mean, remember, Drummond says Cold Harbor is going to change humanity. But I mean, they also say that the Orpo was the biggest waterfall. So yeah, I don't know. I really think it might be life. So Mel, thank you again for the kind donation. Could Cold Harbor be an infertile womb? I mean, maybe another like key thing is secure infertility. So maybe it is some revolutionary breakthrough treatment. She tried IVF, it didn't work. Unfortunately, like some people's bodies can't conceive, and it's a really hard thing that people go through. Maybe a Cold Harbor, yeah, that sounds like kind of barren and sad. It could be, and maybe it's overcoming that. Cold Harbor on the box for the crib. Yeah, we chatted about that. Let me grab that photo. You can't really see it, but I think it could. Yeah, Cold Harbor is a trauma that Helena went through. Yeah, because we do have her. I shared this last week. This was that like big Reddit reveal that it's Helly's number on Cold Harbor. Maybe that's because she goes up there. To be honest, Milkshake is everyone's favorite actor. Yeah, I agree. I love Milkshake, and I keep DMing Tremel Tillman on Instagram if I can interview him, and I have not heard back. So maybe I need those 10K subs. Need a little more leverage to get Mr. Tremel Tillman on Miscellaneous Gab's YouTube channel, because that would break the internet, or on a live stream. I think about that every day. I try to manifest that. Looks like he's in the painting of the massacre. How would he know to paint the perspective of the elevator with the red light? Yeah. So a lot of people talk about Irving's perspective of the elevator, and like if he's been there either testing, like it was the Dr. Maurer. His milkshake brings us all to the yard. Yes. I love being wrong in my theories because they threw me at entertainment. Yeah. Did anyone call the last episode? I did not see it anywhere. I want a milkshake episode. Yeah. Same. I mean, obviously, I think people would freak the F out if there was another flashback episode this week, but I want to know where milkshake comes from. Thank you, Sun Wukong. Gab is thirsty for milkshake. Low key. I mean, aren't we all? Maybe we should all ask him to come on your show. Guys, that would be so great. That would be like, you guys would replace all my real friends because they don't even watch my videos. My biggest and wrongest theory is that Bert and Fields are vampires. I mean, they're totally vampires, right? Fields kind of seems like one. Gab and Pete Peppers. I would love to chat with Pete Peppers. I like Pete Peppers. I watched a lot of his Silo content. I don't think anyone saw it coming. I feel season 3, episode 1 will be an 1865 Kier episode. That would be so interesting. How do we get in contact? I don't know. Guys, this is how desperate I am to get Milkshake on here. I Googled Tremel Tillman email address on Google, and as one might expect, nothing came up. Yeah, I mean, I saw that Sydney Cole Alexander, who plays Natalie, was on like a pretty small channel, and I loved her. Like, she's so well-spoken, she's so smart, and that's what made me feel like this is possible, that these stars who are getting very much well-deserved recognition for their beautiful roles in the show might come on. All right, we got 5 minutes until the episode. Tell him you'll dance with him to Defiant Jazz. Oh my God. Okay. We have to end on that picture, because that's, I mean, Milkshake's got moves. I mean, remember back when Milkshake was just so carefree, the lights, this was the most colorful that we have ever seen the severed floor. Everyone was having fun, and then Dylan bit him. Like, can we all go back to this time? I think I should do a review of this, of Defiant Jazz. Of this. Remember? Thank you, Mr. Vaca, for another kind donation. Thank you. 5 minutes left, 4 minutes left. Thank you. That is so, so generous. You guys are amazing. And I seriously appreciate your support. You guys are like all my best friends on here. Love all your videos. Love seeing a fellow girly talk about my fave shows. Have you watched Yellow Jackets? I haven't, but I have some friends that are into it. I was thinking about starting it and maybe reviewing it, but I don't know. What do you guys think? I would bite him too if I was trying to work and where did that go? And someone was up my butt harassing me. Yeah. This scene was the most tense, like one of the most tense scenes other than do it, Seth. Ah, yes, do it, Seth. Like this was back when just a simpler time, you know, back when Milkshake's job was babysitting the innies and giving the melon parties, taking photos and dancing. I mean, he really got into it. Remember when Mark's just like, that was Mark in the corner. Mark is me when I try to dance. I don't have a lot of rhythm, just FYI. I mean, I do if I have like 5 tequila sodas, but that's not every day. Do it, Seth is one of my favorite lines. Weirdly enough, there's 2 guys named Seth that watch my videos. One's on Patreon and I'm like, there's like a lot more Seths that have entered my life since this show. And I guess they're vindicated by that. Simpler times, MDR so innocent. I could shake a maraca. Thank you, Bo Dierker, for the super kind donation, the super chat. Thank you. I'm glad I'm feeling better too. I really appreciate it. I really appreciate all your guys' support. Grow. Yes. I started yelling that at my dog because he's so small and nothing happened. And I am so grateful for all of you guys, and I love hanging out with you. And I know that Severance is ending soon. I think we need to do a big party next week. We're definitely going to do a pregame, but I think we should do a postgame. I was talking to Hacks Dogma and Real Enigmas like that. The 3 of us should do something together. But maybe we won't if they don't email me back in time. And maybe it will just be me. Poor Django. Django's going to be Django Seth. Or Django Grow. But okay, that's all that to say. I might still do weekly live streams talking about other episodes of season 1 because I am gonna go Django Radar Gab, miscellaneous Django. Thank you, the Simple Box, $10 for 10K subs, getting that frolic tattoo, and I'm gonna bring all of you guys around with me. Yes, Real has expressed interest and Hacks and I chat, so that would be so fun. So I'll keep pestering them. Can you guys do me a favor and go comment on Real's videos and tell him to respond to me? He did respond to me one time and said he was interested. So it's just, I know all these creators are so busy. Okay, we got 1 minute. I need to go get settled and get my surround sound on and make sure my little sister is away from any spoilers. I'm going to watch episode 1 with her, and maybe we'll add a little reaction video to Patreon. So go join. It's free to join. All right, guys. Yeah, Reels is so funny. Thank you, 153 people. Thank you to everyone who watched, who donated, who participated. You guys are amazing. Remember, 10K subs, Frolic Tattoo. All right, let's go get it. Let's go watch. I'll post a discussion thread on my Patreon. If you guys want to chat, it's completely free and we can talk about it. Thank you. I'll definitely see you next week, and maybe we'll do the video with Real and Hacks. Just go bother them for me and go bother Tramel Tillman. Let's go swarm out. All right, guys. Bye. Let's go watch. Have a great night. See y'all. Love you guys. Thank you so much. We're going to shut down this live and we're going to go watch Severance. All right. Bye, guys. Let's go watch it. Turn on that Apple TV. Apple TV, next season, send me early episodes, please. All right. We got a party next week. The finale is going to be a big thing. All right. Let's drop off now. Bye, you guys. It's up. It's up. Let's get it. I'm going to be a couple minutes late to it, but let's get it.